What's the first thing that goes through your mind when you hear the word mold? Have you ever seen one in your bread, toys, clothes, or your favorite books? Well, I think I can say that probably most of us have lost our beloved treasures to these little creatures. But the real important question is, can it harm the human body? Can these microscopic organisms be dangerous and toxic for us? Today, we're going to talk about 9 signs you have toxic mold in your home. But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. With that being said, let's get right into it. Mold can form on various surfaces, including walls, clothing, papers, and even toys. Growing mold in an old slice of bread is yucky enough, but having it everywhere inside your home? That would be the time to worry. It might not even be a problem for most people, but it could be a problem for someone who is immunocompromised and has real health issues. Sometimes you won't even notice molds from your home that can be toxic. Since most molds aren't noticeable with your naked eyes, it's crucial to know the things to look out for so that you would be prepared for anything that can affect your health well-being. As they always note, prevention is better than cure, and none of us would like to regret any bad outcomes in our life that could have been prevented, especially regarding our health. Okay, as we go through our topic today, it's important to know who our enemies are and what they're made of, right? So we must first discuss what is mold. Molds are fungus, and like boys and girls, they also have different types. These tiny organisms can be seen inside or even outside of the house. They can create spores, which float around in the air and spread. These spores cannot be prevented as they can survive in environments where mold can't grow. Mold spores prefer to live in an environment where they can grow the most, and they can do that in moist, warm, and damp places. As I've mentioned before, they can grow in different places: wood, glass, fabric, you name it. But the catch is that, as they grow, they eat whatever material they're on, so it's like eating the house that you live in day by day. Gross, right? Anyway, that's a fast overview of what molds are made of, bringing us to our topic. Are you concerned that your home may have toxic mold? As I've said before, toxic mold can be harmful to your health and as well as the structure of your home. As a result, it's critical that you discover it and fix it as soon as you've seen it. But if you're not familiar with these kinds of things, you sure as hell won't know what to look out for. But don't worry, that's what this video is for. We're going to help you look for the signs that you have toxic mold in your house. So sit back, chill, and make sure to watch this video until the end, starting with our first sign. Number 1. Tingly skin. Do you feel that your skin is becoming itchier, tingly, and sometimes have a burning sensation? You probably have mold on your skin. This is a sign that you have an allergy due to mycotoxin in your surface body. As a result, your body produces histamines, which can make your skin dry and rough. So if you're always having a bad skin day, you should probably consult an allergy specialist to find a solution to alleviate the symptoms. Always listen to what your body is telling you. Don't forget that only your body can tell if it's alright or not. If it's being attacked by mold, make sure to protect it. Nobody likes to have dry skin, right? Number 2. Bubbles in your paint. Moisture is one of the most typical causes of paint bubbles and peeling, and if you're having a lot of moisture, you're probably going to get mold. Don't misunderstand, painting over it won't solve the problem. Just like bad weeds, you have to get to the root to remove it thoroughly. Find what's causing your moisture problem. It can be a lousy plumbing job, excess humidity, or just bad ventilation, and fix it. And once you do, just be sure that any mold isn't there anymore and the walls are all clean and dry before painting your walls. You can also use anti-mold paint to decrease the chance of them being there again. Number 3. Eyes watering. Sometimes the problem is our allergies. Some people are allergic to molds that can make their eyes watery, itchy, and sting, and it can also cause your nose to become irritated. If your allergies come out suddenly, it probably means something is triggering them and it may be mold related. So better check the specific places where your allergies are worse in your house. And of course, don't forget to consult a specialist and ask for a blood or skin test to make sure of your well-being. Number 4. Non-stop coughing. Mold in your house can be causing you to get sick and experience cold-like symptoms. While a virus or stress could cause your strange symptoms, mold should not be ruled out. Many of the symptoms of having toxic molds are the same as those of a virus. Keep track of it over 2 weeks, and if you feel that you're sicker and only getting symptoms at your place, the cause is probably within that area. Number 5. Asthma attack. According to Medscape, asthma affects around 5 to 10% of the population. That is about 23.4 million people in the world. Now that's a lot. And you know what's one of the most common things that triggers asthma? Yes, you're right, it's mold. So if your asthma is growing worse, it could be due to mold in your home that you haven't discovered yet. If you notice your asthma getting worse, it could be because of mold in your home and you haven't located it. Mold can induce allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis, a rare but deadly illness. Shortness of breath, intense sneezing, and coughing are all symptoms of this inflammatory reaction, so always be on the lookout for molds. Number 6. Weird smell. Mold could be present if you detect a musty odor. Mold has a musty, damp smell similar to that of old books. MVOCs, or microbial volatile organic compounds, are responsible for the scent. These chemicals are a natural byproduct of mold growth. We don't really know the impact that MVOCs can have on our health. They may, however, be linked to symptoms like nausea, weariness, and headaches. Don't forget that detecting mold by smell alone isn't the best telltale sign of having toxic mold in your house. You have to remember that different mold types differ in smell, and some of them don't even smell at all. Crazy, right? Number 7. Walls and ceiling stains. As molds are kind of fungus, they come in various shapes and sizes based on what type they are. Some resemble yeast or mushrooms, while others appear green, gray, or even black spots on the wall. Black molds are considered one of the most toxic molds out there. It has a blackish green color and is mostly dotted. That's commonly found on dust, paper, and fiberboard. It's particularly common after a flood or water damage has occurred in the area. While it's a common misconception that black mold is lethal, it's no more dangerous than other kinds of molds. Don't overlook it though, it's still mold. Number 8. Building of moisture and water in certain places. High moisture content in the building structure is one of the most common indications of mold inside a home. Mold could be present if your ceiling tiles or plasterwork are soft and moist. These places aren't easily accessible to mold, so it's best to hire an expert to remove them. It's crucial to get an accurate mold evaluation and work with an expert to remove and stop it from growing again. Otherwise, it will worsen and you may face major long-term structural problems with your property, not to mention the possibility of long-term health problems. So don't get cocky and ask for help from real professionals. Number 9. Bouncy floors. A spongy, bouncy spot on your wooden floors is an indication of water damage. Better check your basement or crawl space for dampness or moisture where mold can grow. But if you don't have one, it's sad to say that you're going to need to lift some floorboards. You'll want to do this immediately as more molds can grow over time. If you catch molds early on, it will be easier to get rid of them, but if your hardwood has begun to rot, you'll probably need to replace the entire floor, which will cost a lot more, and we don't want that, right? So there you have it. If you have one of these signs, better be prepared to use countermeasures so that you can protect your health and well-being. Don't ever forget that health is wealth, guys. So if you think there are more signs aside from this, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.